today. A two-bit expose of the same old story that I heard yesterday. Yeah, it goes the headlines, man. They all just go to plan. They're framed and fixed and rigged. You know they're all just spam. So buckle down, plug right in. It crawls its way under your skin. Just got foul from the things they spout, and it won't make you shout. Give me that good news, because I'm tired of the same old shit. That good news, because I'm tired of the same old shit.
Holy cow. Good morning, everybody, and haven't said it in a while, happy Friday.
Hey,
Right?
happy Friday.
And not literally fry with this heat, right?
Right. Right.
It's going to calm down this weekend and then pick right back up, I guess. But hey, guys, welcome to The Grounds, where we like to talk about anything from peanut butter to politics, but no politics, because we know where that ends, right?
That's right.
It doesn't even matter if you're right, you're still wrong.
Look, right here is our good friend, Uncle Pete, right? So, Pete, God rest his soul, put that right into your URL.
Is that the click it and stick it?
Click it and stick it. Become part of this incredible podcast.
Yeah.
A 216 Creator Studios podcast, an original right here. The Grounds
The
with
OGs.
Giles Jones, Cappuccino, Slago, Love, and it's just the old OGers right
Yeah,
now.
just the originals, right?
That's it.
Which is kind of weird, right? You and I sitting across from each other now.
A little bit.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm usually tucked away in the producer's booth. Of course, on my shirt. Let me tell you something, brother. An incredible podcast on Sundays with Tom Odell. But again, that phrase coined by the one, the only, the great Hulk Hogan. And Hulkster succumbed to a gripper, right? He a heart attack is what they say. And he has gone to the great wrestling ring in the sky.
Yeah, that was actually a weird week too, because we lost him and we lost Prince of Darkness.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy,
we
right?
lost Theo Huxtable.
Oh, that's right, we
Malcolm
did. Yeah.
Jamal Warner, and
Yeah,
of course, for all you music lovers out there, Mangione. What's his name?
Chuck Mangione?
Yeah,
Really?
he passed yesterday too.
Really? Holy crap! I love that guy. His trumpet. work is just
And
amazing.
listen, for the local people and to my dear friend Melissa Blazer, who runs an incredible salon out of the Dole Mansion, our deepest apologies. And her dad, John Blazer, passed away yesterday as well too. Just an incredible man. The Blazer family here in the Crystal Lake area, of course, were so fundamental in a lot of things here in the community. Bob Blazer, did so much for the hospitals, the school systems. The Chamber of Commerce office is named after him, but he passed earlier this year. But John won his battle with cancer, so he is with the Lord now. Just sad. Mel, our thoughts, prayers, everything kind of sucks. It's been a hard July.
This is one of those weeks, right? Like that. I mean, and it sucks that it takes death usually for people to realize that, hey, I've got it made, or not even got it made.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got it pretty good, or hey, I'm living. I mean, even just
Right.
the basics. I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
And do we always appreciate that, right? I mean, we don't.
Yeah. I
mean, I shouldn't say
Yeah.
you shouldn't say we don't, but I mean, it does take sometimes some tragedy in your life to really realize how good your life is, regardless of how bad it may seem to you at that point, right?
That's it. So you wanted to talk about the title today. How do we get back to the basics in life? How do we say hi, shake hands, be polite? You said, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we've all lost that common courtesy. At least, I don't know about you. From my standpoint, I know we all run in the same world, but run in different circles,
Mhm.
right? And view things differently. And it's just the little simple things to me of even just looking at somebody when you're walking by them and saying, hi, how you doing? Good morning, right? Like how many times you walk, like even in the grocery store, and just It's dead silence by everybody instead of good morning. I know you're not like that.
No,
I'm
no,
generally not like that,
certainly
right? You
Yeah.
and I are the difference, right? Or
Yeah.
a little bit different than most.
Don,
and we
good
say
morning.
that. Good morning, Don. Thanks for chiming in. But that's not the norm, right? You and I
usually say hi because I'm looking at their boobs, whether it's you or a woman.
even if it's
I go right to the nipples, and so I have to.
hold on.
I have to say hi so that it doesn't.
Are they
get,
hard? It is cold in here.
I have to say hi so it doesn't get crazy. Like, oh, hi.
That's why they make what do you call it? Shaded glasses.
Yeah.
So they can't see.
Okay. Hey, sir, you've been hanging out in the frozen food department all day. Can I help you find something? No, I'm fine. Thank you.
And that is our show for today, ladies. Send your emails to Kent.
That's it.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't take anything out of you
Mm-hmm.
to say hi.
So do you find that more and more people are cold and shut off?
To me, yeah. I mean, and it might just be being oversensitive, and that's why I kind of wanted to bring that up, right? Because I do like to say hi to people. I do like to engage with people, regardless. Like we always talk about daily dose of encouragement, right? Can I change your day?
Yeah.
Just by saying hi. You're big on that one. When you know someone's having a bad day, hey, how can I change your day, brother? How can I help you? Right?
I always ask, hey, how can I make your day better? Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, deep down inside, that's probably what you would want, right? Like people, hey, how's it going? Treat people the way you want to be treated, right? So, hey, how's it going? So if you're having a down day, hey, Kent, how can I help you?
Yeah. Holy smoke, Stephanie Conley from Steph's Bookkeeping.
Hey, good
how are
morning,
you, sister?
Steph.
Hope that you're having a great morning. Good to see you. Welcome in. Don says sometimes people are surprised if you say hi to them in public. Kind of sad that it must be unusual to them.
Right. Great point. That's kind of what was it? Yeah, it was probably 2-3 days ago.
Yeah.
Walking into Mards, hi.
You're what?
Walking into not yet. Give me a couple hours. No, but it was just, I said like hi or good morning to this one person, and they looked like so offended.
Yeah.
Like that I would actually say something to them, just a general nicety, if you will. Hey, good morning. Hope you have a good day. And even said, just, hey, good morning. And they looked at me like I had told them to fuck off. And I'm just like, I know we have bad days and but it's so I keep doing it. And it seems more often than not, I'm just kind of met with a little bit of resistance, kind of like, don't talk to me. No.
Well, a lot of it, to me, I feel is, hi, disingenuous. How you doing? You really don't care how I'm doing. Don't ask. Right. However,
or a good morning,
or however, hey man, I like that shirt. Nice shirt. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
A compliment goes, because I think in today's society, a lot of people, it's disingenuous. Oh, hey, hi, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, hi, how are you? You don't want to know how I am. You really don't have the time.
Well, right? You're not wrong. Right? You're not wrong with that statement.
So when people think that you care, hi, hello, that's not, you know what I mean? That's just a disingenuous, I was staring at your boobs, let me say hi.
You are a boob man. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Well, and I get the fact that you're saying hi can kind of be disingenuous, but as a general rule of thumb, for me, it's hey, good morning.
Yeah. So, Don says that resistance just encourages me. Now it's a game. Game on.
Right. You're gonna resist me or not?
I hope I ruined your day. I'm gonna make it even worse. Let's go. Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm laughing at it. It just encourages me when somebody doesn't talk to you. I mean, I guess it depends on how they.
So years ago, this is probably 3 or 4 years ago, we talked about energy, right? And you said, hi, have you gotten away from, hey, how's your energy today? Right?
I actually have.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, we were in the old studio years ago, right? Like I said, but I'll still ask people that, like, especially, if I'm at, a restaurant or a retail space or something like that, hey, how's your energy? You know what? It's pretty good. Or, oh my God, I've been here since 6, I don't know if people are callous, right? What I'm saying is, I think people want more than just the hey, hi, right? Hey, I love that shirt. Oh, good looking shoes. Love the sunglasses, right?
Right.
People are like, okay, but oh, he said hi,
Definitely have more
right?
substance to
Right.
it. Right.
I get mad. I get mad when I don't get the courtesy wave in a car. I let you in and you don't give me a
Right. Yeah, stick
courtesy
your hand out
wave?
the window or something. Right. That's what I mean.
and I start cussing, motherfucker. I got
Right. No, you're not wrong because I
I let you in,
right.
bitch.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like, what does it really take out of a person's day to go, thank you? Right.
They'd have to drop their phone.
Okay. Right. Well, hey, you're not wrong, right? They're so preoccupied
Yeah.
with what's not in their lane that they're not in their lane, if that makes sense.
Stephanie says, when I was checking out of a hotel once, I just walked up to the counter and started talking to the lady. The lady stared at me and was like, "Oh, good morning." And it made me stop and pause and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm an asshole." Good morning.
Which is just crazy that you would feel that way, right? Especially in a hotel.
Yeah.
Right? Because like that is, I mean, customer service in a
Yeah.
hotel, right, wrong, or indifferent. That person should be nice and genuine, if kind of a light on the genuine, but that's their job when they're on stage, right? Because that's kind of they're in stage. They need to do that, and they're not even faking it, which is even harder for me to understand. Like, this is your job. You can't even do your job correctly. So what do you like out in the real world where, you're interacting?
Yeah, my kids, will always be, wherever we go, oh my God, Dad's going to start talking to this person. Here we go.
Our families are so much alike.
He's going to sit here and talk to the waiter. Oh, yeah. And you get the eye rolls. You're like, oh, okay, but now they're used to it, right? But now I watch them do it now.
Really?
Not
they caught on?
as they're adults, not to be like, everybody's days are tough, and there's just a lot of shit. And I think what's missing is the genuineness of a human voice. Right. Everybody's locked into their phones, and we appreciate you being on your phones and your social medias this morning as we talk about this stuff.
We encourage it.
Yeah. And
time and place for everything.
The old cappuccino's in.
Hey,
Cap, good morning. Says, if you say hi to 100 people and you change the mindset to one person, you win. Right.
Or they won. If they won.
What I'm saying is we used to live in caves and we used to grunt, right? And we loved that grunt, but then we started writing pictures on the wall to say, here's what my day was. We started journaling, logging, and then things were just on the wall and we stopped talking. And then all of a sudden, then we got into writing things down or reading. We're like, okay, well, let's write a book. We'll read, and this is how we communicate. Now we talk, and now we're back to hieroglyphics on phones and texts, and we've lost the implication of the human voice, a genuine human voice. So, hi is the same as hey in a text. How irritated do you get when somebody sends you one of those covert texts that just says hey? Now they may be thinking, I'm just going to say hey this morning to KJ and see what happens, and I'm sitting there like, what fucking hieroglyphic bullshit is this? Hey, what? You know what I mean? That's the way I take it.
I hear what you're saying.
What kind of passive aggressive bullshit is this? You just send me, hey, I'm not even fucking responding. So as you're walking by and it's just disingenuous, hi, right? It's like, oh, I mean, give somebody a compliment. Like, geez, ma'am, nice penis.
Yeah, I mean, that you are right on with that one, and that's a nuance I guess I don't think about, right? Like for me, just acknowledging that somebody's there, right? And I get what you're saying now. The hey thing on the text for me, that doesn't bother me. Hey, you should
depends
like, what's up?
Depends who it's coming from.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I know that this now.
Yeah,
you're an asshole, or K means you're an asshole, but I can see where you're coming from with the hi, right? Like, hey, great t-shirt. Hey, love the hat, love the shoes. Like something to. Well, the reason I do it is because it just seems like everybody's so much in their own little world, right? And it's kind of breaking them out and opening them back up to maybe they're stuck in their head, right? So it's just changing their
Well, yeah, just a hi is
Right.
not breaking them out though. They're like,
Right. Well,
why are you
right.
bothering me? I was
Right.
reading my text, you dick.
right. Well, and
Who's
for me,
this
it's generally
fucker?
it's
Yeah.
generally good morning, afternoon, how's your day going, depending on where I'm at, right? But just
Yep.
general, like you're standing in line. Nothing worse, you're standing in line. You know what I mean? And nobody's saying a freaking word. Like the cash register, it's like, hey, whatever their name is, how's your day going? Great, I'm getting off in 10 minutes, or whatever. It's getting better, but just sitting there quiet and silent is for me, is just weird, right? You're in line, you're standing next to these people, everyone's breathing, and from when I grew up, everybody would be kind of chatting, and today it's kind of totally gone to the wayside. When doing that, I mean, people are almost offended when you say something to them if they're standing in line, like, why are you wasting my time, or even acknowledging me?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, Don says, I tend to say good morning if it's morning. That's good instead of at night, Don. That's wonderful.
Yeah, good morning. It's 10 o'clock
Yeah.
at night.
What is this?
Well, it is morning for me.
And hi if it's in the afternoon. I consider it common courtesy when we're just walking by them. If seated at a table, for example, it might spur a conversation. Nice to acknowledge others and to be acknowledged. Yeah, I mean, I'm that same guy though, that I get irritated if you're going to stop and talk. If I'm in a store or I'm doing something, I want to get this done, right? I'm in, I'm out. I didn't want to sit here and have a 20 fucking minute conversation with you in the fucking cereal aisle,
right?
You understand what I'm saying?
Totally.
But I'm also the same guy who's like, man, I love that shirt. That's it looks good on you. Good pair of shoes. I love shoes. I'm a shoe guy myself,
right? And
just keep walking, right? But how do we get back to the basics? I think we've lost the art of we've lost that art of complimenting somebody, truly meaning it, right? It's like, oh my god, we made eye contact. Hi,
right.
Good morning.
All right.
Right. We were driving home a couple weeks ago, or last week, and Lucy was driving. And we're cruising down Randall Road, which out here, if you know, Randall Road is like the Autobahn, with stoplights. But it was 10 o'clock at night, and we're on our way home from basketball practice, and she's driving, and she's got her permit. She's a good driver. But there were a ton of cars. There's just a crazy amount of traffic on Randall at that time. And she's like, oh my gosh, why is there so many people? And I told her, I said, no, when you're driving at night, I said, you can't see what's going on in the car in front of you. Right. And I go, there's a ton of people out here. So you don't know if everybody just got off work and is tired, pissed off. You don't know which one of these cars just lost their spouse at the hospital. You don't know which one of these cars, because you can't see them, who just walked in on their husband having an affair
or watched him on TV.
Right. I said, so you have to really watch the traffic, the lights, the cars, what they're doing, because you just don't know. Usually in the day, you can see what's happening in a car as long as it's not tinted out. Right. And that comes from riding motorcycle. When you ride motorcycles, you're
very cognizant of everything around
right.
you. And if you're not, you're going to get run over.
Right. And so, I've kind of taught my kids that, but I'm like, so you have to be ready for
anything.
Right. And, and I think we as Americans have taken to that. Hey, you don't know what somebody's going through,
walk a mile in their shoes.
And so we just said, since I don't know what Scott's going through, fuck him. I'm not
going to engage with him or talk to him.
Right. Not going to engage.
Or don't want to engage with him because you might offend him.
Right? Yeah. Well, I am. Yeah. Drew says you're the same guy that goes into a crowded elevator and says, sorry, I farted.
He's talking about Kent, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
I wouldn't mention, I'd look and go, that's Kent, no, that's my brand.
Yeah. No, that's, I did that actually when we were out in California.
Did you really?
It was crowded. I'm like, oh, sorry, just farted. Everybody. And I'm looking out like the doors behind me. So I'm that weird guy who looks at everybody.
And then you said that? Everyone's probably like, you asshole.
Drew and Tim just look at their shoes like, oh god.
So let me ask you, did it spark any conversation, or
Yeah,
just everyone shut up?
Yeah, probably everybody thought I was stupid, but yeah, no, there's a couple
Right, but-
people laughed, some people
Right,
said
but think
something.
about that though. That could have changed everyone. That could have changed just the one person's day in
Well,
the
sure.
back that was so pissed off or just so down on the world.
Or
Oh my God,
hungover,
this guy
yeah.
really just say he farted as he closed in the elevator, right? Like that's just
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I agree with you, Don. I think we've taken that bumper sticker way too far. You know, people use "you don't know what they're going through" as an excuse to not engage.
And I think
people.
that's even more reason to engage with them. Hey, like with you, hey, how's your day going? How can I make it better?
Yeah.
Right. If they don't want to talk, they'll basically either look at you and say fuck off, or just like, nah, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
Right. But you give them the opportunity. Right. I don't think a lot of opportunities, I don't think a lot of people are taking that opportunity to, hey, really, how did your day go? Right. And well, granted, you got to know the person to really ask them to have it come out, but just a simple, hey, how you doing? Hey, it's a beautiful day. Once again, love your shoes, just something to get them out of their normal
Mhm.
day-to-day routine that might not right now might be in a down funk. I know when somebody says something to me, like you just said to me, hey, nice shirt.
Yeah.
I know you're using example, but that made me feel good, even though, this is just a shirt, right?
Shayna's in.
Oh,
good morning,
Shayna. You
That's
are
it.
family. You know that. You
That's
know
it.
that. God, she's been with us since day one, and she pretty much, hasn't she?
Oh yeah, she's been around.
Wow.
Right, yeah.
He said that.
What I meant to say, yeah, yeah. She has longevity here.
She has
That's-
longevity here. She, for some reason, loves to listen to us
That's
every
right.
week. I don't understand why, but it's a good thing, right?
That's what I named my penis, is Jevity. I have a longevity. Never mind.
Folks, thanks for tuning in this week. If you have any questions or comments, but you know
Ah,
what, Greg,
thank
you can
Shayna.
get along. You can get away with a lot of those jokes and stuff. You say something like that today, people will be so highly offended. Like what?
Oh yeah. Well, I learned long time ago, 30 plus years ago, that I've been in sales for so long. It's you can say anything to anybody with a smile on your face and get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is
Yeah.
how it's presented.
Right. So, my whole being, of course, ADHD and bouncing off the walls like squirrels, and if you're going to live life, have fun, right? I mean, like Rancher Ron said, life's an adventure to be lived. It's not a problem to be solved.
Right.
I'm not trying to solve for X, man. I'm trying to live this adventure. And if you can change somebody's moment, I'm not even saying their day, if you can change their moment and drop that daily dose of encouragement, right? People love to know that they've done something right. We spend a lot of time. Oh my gosh, what is this outfit? Is this purse? Are these glasses? How's my hair? We're so worried about what other people think, and we'll say, I don't give a shit what everybody thinks. Really? Then why aren't you walking out the house looking like a homeless person?
Right. That's just a quick
We really
response,
do care. So instead of saying hi, I think if you want to get back to the basics, it's compliment them. Man, I love that shirt, man. You smoke a lot of weed? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Today, I'm wearing, let me tell you something, brother. It is
It's a memorable
right. I grew up with Hulk Hogan. I mean, he was an icon,
Hey, brother.
right? Let me tell you something, brother. And that is a great podcast on every other Sunday night with Tom Odell and Alex Saboya. But the big thing is I'm wearing this because one of my childhood memories, strong memories, right? Sitting around having pizza and pop from the soda shop, a cream soda, or an orange or a grape knee-high, something like that. It was something that my family did, and we watched All-Star Wrestling, right, on Saturday nights. And for this man to pass away, everybody dies. I get it, right? That's why I wore the shirt. I want people to recognize that. Go, hey, and you know what? When I had coffee this morning with the guys from church, they're like, hey, I'm like, yeah, hey,
Right.
He's a big part of my life, bro.
Right. And it brings back some good parts, right? I mean, and that's not a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say it was a simpler time. I always say things are so bad right now. They aren't, they're not any worse than they were, so to speak, when we were growing up. It's different, right? And it's it's actually more in our faces these days, because when we were younger, you didn't get it except on the TV, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody's talking about everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's just exacerbated,
Yeah.
right? The world is just as fucked up as it was when we were growing up.
Absolutely.
But with the internet and
Ignorance is bliss.
right?
That's why I'm dumb.
Are you blissful?
Shana says, Ken, I promise the gift of saying anything with a smile and getting away with it is rare. I've seen some crash and burns for those not gifted. No, it is. It is. Trust me. And yeah, hey, 1 minute in and we roll back to the full 12-year-old humor. Absolutely. Yeah, that's where I live. That's my sweet spot, as they say.
Hey, stay in your lane, brother.
That's right. That's right. Me and Peter Pan, we stay young forever. We'll stay young forever. The Lost Boys, right? So I think there's a lot of disingenuousness, right? And I think that there's a lot of I think I have to, and people don't have time for people who don't give a shit, right? So if I here's a great thing. Try to shake somebody's hand. Is it a bro shake and a half hug? Is it a firm handshake? Is it a look you in the eyes? Is it a
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there have been several times where I'm like, that was
Right. Well, it's coming in for a shake or a fist bump.
terribly white. That was
Right.
bad.
Well, you come in for a shake or a fist bump,
Right.
right? The basics and the olden days, like even
I love you, Shana.
But you know what I mean? When you met somebody, it means something to me, right? To really shake that person's hand and look them in the eye when I first meet them. After you're meeting them, right? Yeah, you can give them a fist bump and say, what's going on? But, a real genuine, hey, this is what it is, right? Nice to meet you. How's it going?
Let's say this, their skin is brown. Is it still that same, or is it
their skin is brown? Like,
is it still that, or is it, hey, bro?
No.
We don't know. We're
Well,
confused.
And that's a situational thing too. Like if you're in the gym, right, and right, I think your handshake is going to be a little bit different with another player than if you saw them on the street.
Key and Peele have a great, have an incredible skit on that with President Obama. Very, very funny. Very funny.
I'll have to watch that.
Don Stevens says, getting back to the basics is getting back to being kind and courteous to others. And I agree, Kent. It does have to be genuine. If it's fake, don't do it. Yeah. Okay. So that's the big thing right there. Being kind and courteous to others. Define that, Don. Right? Is being kind that I just didn't call you a dick this morning? Is being kind, hey Scott, love you, and then I go over to Cappuccino like this fucking guy,
being, right?
Right?
Being kind and just letting them in traffic, right?
Right.
Because what's it going to save you? 30
15
seconds?
feet is the
Right.
length of a car, yeah.
Right? And people get so freaking whacked out of space about that one. Like, they're trying to zip her in, and people like, it's like, come on,
Hey, because now, Don, I was being kind by not getting into your space. I don't know what you're going through, so I was being kind, ignoring you, right? So which is it, right? What define kind?
Right.
Right.
I mean, what is the definition of kind? I'll pull that one up just for kicks and giggles, but
kind and courteous can be different forms, Don says. Saying good morning is an example. The example of letting someone into traffic is.
So kind can refer to a few different things. It can mean a category or a type of something, like what kind of music.
Your
do
glasses are literally right by your hand.
I couldn't see it.
I'm like, where's his glasses? Right by his hand.
It can also describe someone's character, meaning they are friendly, helpful, or generous. Additionally, it can refer to a specific brand of snacks. No. And so the noun, the definition says a group united by common traits or interests. A category. So yeah, liking kindness. So kind is just, for me, it's just,
What about kindness?
Kindness.
Right.
Let's look here. See if we can pull it up. I got my glasses on.
And then Shana says, my deepest secret is I love people.
Oh, here you go.
I'm so disappointed with fake ones. We are all a mess on some level. So let's dialogue. I'm with you.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. It involves actions and a disposition that shows care and concern for others.
Care
There's
and concern. Right. So
Right.
that's the big thing, right?
Often without expecting anything in return. It's a trait that can be cultivated and has positive impact on both the giver and the receiver.
Yeah. Don says being kind is helping an old guy find his glasses.
That's true. That's true. And he said it with a smile, so it didn't offend me.
That's right. That's right. What did I say with courtesy?
Courtesy,
Curtis, what was the two? There were two feelings or
generous, considerate, actions and dispositions show. Yeah, it just says
generous.
quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate.
Yeah, so
Involves action.
generous and considerate. So,
Right.
so saying hi to somebody and then being like, "What the fuck's wrong with them?" How is that being considerate? You're right. I've just interrupted you.
Right.
It's really a pattern interrupt, right? You were looking at whatever you're coming in to get your, who knows what, your Mountain Dew and pork rinds, right? I don't know.
Right.
And you want to get in and get out because you're behind on your schedule or something like that. I'm like, hey, it's a pattern interrupt. I'm not really being courteous. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Can be.
If I'm letting you
Definitely
in
can
line, if I'm letting you cut in front of me, I'm being
Well,
courteous,
that's genuine.
right?
That's genuine,
Right.
right? Hey, let go.
But genuine is, hey, I really like that shirt.
Right.
Yeah, I'm always how your goatee's never out of shape.
Right.
I love that.
Like something you brought up, standing there, like for me, a kind, courteous thing, right?
Yeah.
You get in line, you've got one thing.
Yeah.
That person in front of you's got an entire cart of like 8,000 things. If that was me, I'll generally be like, you want to go in front of me because I'm going to be a while.
Yeah.
Right. That's a kind, courteous thing.
Sure.
You
spend a
have
lot of
to do
time. You spend a lot of time at retail stores.
A lot of time. I do. I've got, like 4 huge projects going right now. So I spend a lot
That's
of
what
time.
she said.
That's right. And it's not a longevity.
Hey, thank you very much.
It's my wee.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, just little simple things like that could change a person's day.
Yeah. Well,
And that is genuine.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, I've only got one thing. Do you want to go ahead and go in front of me?
Yeah. Don says when you pattern interrupt, you then have to read the room. Saying hi is not discourteous. Not reading the other person and moving on when they don't want to engage is.
Yeah. That's been a tough one for me as far as reading the room.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, imagine that. Have you guys tuned into the grounds ever? Well, then
Right.
you would understand that.
Right.
But that's because I get on a mission, if you will, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm in my own brain. I'm going a direction. I do way more now. Stop and try to get a vibe of what's going on to make sure that the hi is not the good word to use instead of, hey,
Yeah.
good morning, great shoes, instead of saying hi.
Yeah.
Or just letting a person in traffic and
Yeah.
when they give you that wave from you letting them in, that feels good, right? Like, hey, all right, maybe they're having a better day now.
Right.
It didn't cost you anything except 15, 20 feet, depending on how long your car is. Now, if that person that you let in front of you drives like shit, super slow, and you hit the next couple lights, and it's like, fuck, why'd I do that? You
made their day, though.
You made the day, though, right? But it's one of those.
Yeah, do you wave now? Do you wave after you let them in, or do you wait for them to give you the courtesy wave?
I generally wait for them.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I'll do one of these. I'll be like, come on.
You wave them in.
Yeah, wave them in. And after they go in, I'm waiting, hoping that I get a little something.
So what if no courtesy wave? What do you say?
Fucker.
Yeah,
Underneath my breath, it's like, really, dude? Like,
I'm like, are you kidding, you fucking asshole?
And then
I let you in.
Right. But then for me, then it's like, this is as me and growing older and getting wiser, right? Then I'll be like, to our point, going, maybe they're having a fucked up day. I'm not in their shoes. But even if you're having a bad day, even if I'm having a bad day, someone lets me in, I still give them the old wave, like, hey, thanks much. And
now listen, people, I want you to understand this as well, is that if it's a merge and there's room behind me, I ain't giving you, I'm not waving you in. If you came up on my right side and it's merging and you know that, and you're trying to squeeze off 3, 4, 5 cars,
you're gonna fight him.
Oh, all the way, all the way, right?
One of those ones till the end. You're doing.
I'll stay right on their driver's door. Just keep moving up, like,
Did
hey,
look at him.
I'll, yeah.
Did you stare at him like, yo, dumbass? I'm driving.
Yeah, I usually got the truck. I'm usually higher than everybody anyway, right?
But you don't smoke weed.
No,
he's just taller.
Yeah,
up higher than you. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, I'll be that guy. Like, I don't care if
Right.
your husband's dying, ma'am. You could have got behind me. You know, you didn't have
No
to,
reason
you
for you to
didn't
get in front of me.
you didn't have to come speeding up past the 6 cars.
Yeah.
You should have just blended in the right way. But now you're trying to. Guess what? I'm not.
Fuck you.
I'm not.
letting you in.
I'm not letting you in.
Right.
I hope you like the shoulder, because
Well, that's the basics, right? I
I'm
mean,
also
think
the
about
guy.
it.
I'm also the guy who will put it over on the, you know, straddle the white line so they can't get it.
Oh, you're starting sitting it there, so you're in the middle of the ad.
Yeah, I'm that guy. Let's
So if
see.
someone does that to you, what do? If someone's straddling the white line, you're just like, oh, he's like me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
You're
like,
"Oh,
I
am
got,
I gonna get to know him?"
I got you, bro. And I'll get in behind and give him a wave. Like, I like you. Shana says, someone gave me a perspective I never forgot. A person I liked was being fired, and I was bummed. Someone said it's a kindness to send them on so they can get a job they are good at.
There's a lot of different things that would have to play into that. But I see what she's saying, right?
Yep.
Like someone firing you pushes you into something that you should have been doing, but you're
Most
afraid to
people who
do.
get fired are pretty miserable in their job, is what I found out over the years. They don't want to be there, or
Well, they're getting
I mean,
fired for a reason.
yeah, I mean, they're done.
Yeah, they're not giving 110%, or they're not. They're not.
They don't
engaged.
have to give 110%.
Well, right, 100%. They're not giving their all. I'll use that number wise. They're
This
not
guy.
giving their all. Right, they're
Ball
not
buster.
engaged.
You want to work for us? $12 an hour. Go to school.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I love just sitting across the table from you. This is real. This is good.
Shana says, I like to help, so I turn my hazards on and wave traffic around.
She's gonna be the one getting out of the car. Hold on. Yep.
Come on.
I got a vest for you if you want to borrow it.
Yeah. Where was I? I felt horrible. I was on 31, and I was headed south on 31, right there as it goes around Algonquin, right, the new bypass, and there was an accident. I didn't know there was an accident, and I'm going, 55 and a 40. I'm just cruising. Everybody goes fast there, and people start slowing down over in the right hand lane. I'm like, what the hell, And there was an accident. There were police, but the police weren't up going, hey, slow down or anything like that.
Right.
Everybody was just trying to blend in. I about nailed another car there. I was like, oh, Jesus, what are you doing? Oh, there's an accident. It was bad. But yeah,
Well,
sometimes.
Let me ask you a question. I know it's hard, but from your perspective, why do you think it is that people are so much more, I guess, guarded, right? Like that this is not the norm anymore. Saying hi, waving. I mean, is it just because everyone is pissed off? Everyone doesn't. We started talking about this last week, that people don't trust anybody.
People have allowed themselves. I put a post out on Facebook earlier this week, and it's created good dialogue. If you're not my friend, you can go look it up, but be my friend, please. But too many people, as Don said, are self-centered. Not necessarily. We're frogs in the pot, and the water's been slowly been
Being turned up.
been turned up. And if you take a look at our society, there are things that are taking place today because we've sat in this nice warm water that we would never have allowed 10, 20, 25, 30, 35 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. Because we're sitting in the pot and it's nice and warm, we have no idea that we're being boiled, right? So we're accepting things that we know we shouldn't, right, in life. And so my take on it is, and Chris Reedy had a great comment in there. The take on it is, there's too much information there now, right? So news and news used to be the news, and it was three times a day, right? Now it's a big business,
24/7,
and you're inundated with it. And depending on what channel or what station that you listen to, you're being boiled, right? To understand things. So there's so much infighting now, right? That I have learned over time through the narratives, through the news channels, that I should be upset pretty much all the time and be on guard, because you, sir, probably are the person I don't want to have anything to do with. Right. And now things are coming out. And here's why I say, you know, we're being bold. Now things are coming out in society that, whoops, yeah, that person may not have been the person that perhaps we thought. Right. But, you know, and my buddy Chris said, you know, if you take your eyes off the news and you focus on the people in your immediate area, then you realize that there's more in common than what the news portrays, right? What social media portrays.
It's about on.
So if you, I think it's people aren't more disingenuous. People we've been boiled, right, to a point where we allow things. Tell me this: back in 1992, Scott, if you saw a car pulled over with a flat tire, what would you do?
I pulled over and helped.
Right.
I still do.
Oh, I
So if you get a
understand that.
flat,
But most people
Right. Well, not. Right. That's the first thing they think of is
slow down. Oh, they should have a phone. They'll call. They'll be fine. We don't know. Right. So, you know, but we've been taught and we've been boiled to say, don't trust anyone.
Right. So that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So that's where I was kind of going with this whole thing today. Right. And you hit it perfectly on the head. Right. Why is it that? Because people don't trust. They just don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah. Don says media and social media turned up the temperature on the absolutely. And we just sat here going, oh, this feels comfortable.
Right. Well,
I bet we all knew someone we know that we see losing their mind just about daily because they are caught up. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's sad.
And you know, I had my son just was home for a couple of weeks. Best time, you know, absolutely love the guy. And he gets caught up in his, I said, why? I said, you need to change. He goes, Dad, I've changed my algorithms like 6 times. I said, yeah, but your phone's always listening. You hear these conversations. He'd bring up things like he'd ask me my opinion. I go, Spencer, I don't have it. I don't care. I go, when I was 31, like you, I didn't care. Guess what? I'm 56. I still don't care. You know, you feel good about whatever you want to feel good about. But I go, I don't have time and energy to waste on stuff that doesn't make a difference in my life.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I go, you know, the white-tailed deer lives in a 1-mile radius. I said, human beings live in about a 40-mile radius. Very seldom do we get out of this radius. Mm-hmm. So if it's not affecting me personally, right? There's a lot of wildfires going on right now, right, over in the Grand Canyon and things like that. And I'm like, the only thing I'm pissed about is the sun ain't out because of all the smoke right now. So it is affecting me. But I'm like, I don't, you know. Well, people, oh yeah, but down the road, you'll this, that. I'll be upset at that point. I ain't gonna be upset now. I don't buy number 2 pencils anymore.
Well,
doesn't matter.
Social media has put it to the point where we worry about so many things that we have no control over and shouldn't even be paying attention to it for the most part, right? Or nor have an opinion on it. Yeah. Right? Because you have no control of it. It's not in your area. It's not in your sector. And when the things are doable, they're not doing anything because they're afraid.
Alex, we already shouted out to you. Good morning, brother. But yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Let me tell you something, brother. Alex is the host of that podcast here at 216 Creator Studios. I just want to say hi. Love the topic. Stuck on job site, so can't interact. But we love you for that, brother.
Right.
But yeah, tough day yesterday, man. For all of us.
Hulk Hogan fans.
Yep. For me, CBD showed people under great stress, which showed who they really were. Not
COVID. Okay.
Not political as much as a group think. It scared me. People who I thought were solid were not. They probably never were. Right. Yeah. I mean, there was a created pandemic, right? It was very scary. We didn't know. We didn't have enough information to know. Now things are coming out. And we're like, Johnson & Johnson, one of the lead scientists, was like, we really didn't know. Right. Now it is what it is. Right. And I'll tell people, yeah, man, I got the vaccine. Right. People, what? I go, listen, I put worse things in my body. Right. Trust me, and so to me, you know, if you've eaten any food off of any grocery stuff, you put worse things in your life. Right. There's so many chemicals and things. And it's refreshing now to see a lot of the dyes and things now being taken out from these, understanding that. But, you know, again, we're very, very short-sighted people here in America. As long as, again, we're in our 40-mile range. If it makes me happy, I'm going to do it. Right. If it makes me happy, I'm going to do it. Mountain Dew isn't even sold in Europe because it's so horrible.
Right.
Right.
Just
and
like
the
red number
carcinogenics.
5s and shit like
Right.
that.
So, you know, but people don't think about that. They're like, well, right. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it showed that we really don't care. Right. Again, that's the water boil.
Right. Well, and that's,
You know what
and
I mean?
that's right. And that's the thing that kind of segues kind of what we ended up with last week. Right?
Yeah.
The whole, how can you be a happier person?
Yeah.
Right? Trusting more.
Mhm.
Right. I feel like as a society, our trust has gone. It is, I don't know what's the word I want to use. We still have it, but it's like I used to trust people until they proved they couldn't. Right. Like I couldn't trust them. Like I'd go into a friendship
trust
or whatever.
should be earned.
Trust is earned, right? But at the first time, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to allow you to have that somewhat, right? Until you prove me wrong. Now it's everybody's bad. Everything's
Right. You're gonna have a little faith in me until I earn your trust.
There you go, faith. There you go. Have
Right.
a little faith in
Yeah.
you that you're a good person until I earn your trust, right? Well, trusting people makes it easier to be happy because you're not always thinking about what their ulterior motive is, right? Or waiting for the other shoe to drop because the government did this. Okay, why did they do that? Right? You're not trusting them. So everybody's on guard all the time. So everybody's like this, a tight freaking ball. And then they're watching their phones, the e-news. And so you're almost destined to fail no matter what, because nobody trusts anybody anymore. At least from my standpoint. Granted, I know I generalize a lot of things, but this is what I see. Right. And you and I, very similar, right? We have faith in people that they're good people until they may prove us wrong. I feel like a lot of people these days are just right away. Nope, not even going to let you in my circle, right? Or in my world because I don't trust you. I don't know what you're all about because they're scared because of everything they see. That person that you might be pushing away might be the greatest person in the world that you needed to meet. But because you don't trust, they've walked away.
Yeah, Shana says so many are off away. Was it
Affording the
maybe affording the bigger decisions, thinking they were trusted? I don't know. I don't know that, but yeah, no. We were the fish, and there was a little hook with a worm on it, and everybody.
Well, right. I mean, your statement about the boil, right?
Yeah.
We are slowly being boiled like frogs, right? And people are, I don't want to say they're almost accepting it. That's just the way it is. I can't do anything. I can't swim to get out of the pot.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it. I'm going to be miserable because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
So when somebody tries to
safety in numbers, there's a bunch of frogs in this pot. Feeling good.
If we could get even half of America to really realize how we're being played, right, and to kind of wake up a little bit and come together. What happens when people come together? Right now, we're all so divided. The reason the country is
a lot of infighting.
Right, a lot of infighting. We're divided. If we could get it together, that's together. What's the thing? Together we stand, divided we fall. Yeah. You're watching it happen. Right. I mean, like I said, the world isn't much different.
Well, and that's why I said we have to be careful what we ask for.
Right.
Because with all this infighting, if one side wins, guess what? It's terrible. Right. It's not going to be healthy. But being a constitutionalist, I will say that, the Constitution was written with 5 parties in mind. And there were more than 2 parties, political parties back when. Right. And we've bastardized it, and we love the Constitution. But if you really understand the Constitution, it was written for more than a 2-party system, and that's what we have right now. Well, okay, we have a 3.
Likely 2.5.
But you understand what I'm saying. And so this great nation, and I was talking with my brother a few weeks ago, and I said, there was a time where, still at the beginning of games, and when I hear the Star Spangled Banner, I still get moved by it, right? It means emotional. It means something to me because I'm proud to be an American,
right? Because you realize,
and but there are so many young people now. In their 20s, in their teens, in their early 30s, who do not are not proud to be an American because they've been boiled, right, or slowly warmed up. And I'm just for y'all. Frog legs are terrific, but they need to be more deep fried like chicken wings.
Yep.
But they are great, especially if they're good big bullfrogs. Yeah, they're good. All I know is we are all good in the end. Yep. Hey, you know what?
Well, and that's coming to that realization, understanding that you are, and not letting the outside influences push you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Social media heats up the pot. Individual conversations have the potential to cool the pot. I absolutely 100 agree with you. Hey, Bob, Kent, you are not saying
staying abreast.
Well, that's actually are, because being kind is genuine, right? And that's what I'm trying to be courteous.
How he highlighted breasts,
right? And
he's giving you some shit.
I get teary eyed at the start of every parade.
Absolutely.
That's because you're probably in the back seat and Scott has farted.
No.
Is that better, Bob?
So let me ask you this. Why does it move you? I know why it moves me, honestly.
No. Like I said, I'm still proud. I'm still proud to be an American, right? But to bring back the basics in life, there was a time when we started every day with the Pledge of Allegiance in a school,
and they got rid of that.
And we learned what the Pledge of Allegiance was and what it stood for, and it's slowly gone away. We talked about the good things that America does. We're not taught what the good things that America does. There was a time where if we get back to the basics in life, there was a time where we strided to be the best at everything. Be the biggest producer of steel, be the biggest producer of this, make sure that every shirt had a tag that said made in America. And then because of capitalism, we said, I can make more money having these 12-year-olds do it for 12 cents an hour and bring it back.
Ship it back over.
Right. And what a lot of people are aware of is a lot of our food intake now is imported. We have all this great farmland. And we have all this great technology in the world, and we haven't figured out how to make farming better, easier, and more productive for us here in America, right?
Unpack that one.
So there's a lot of, then that's a whole different show,
right?
But getting back to the basics is back to the core, right? Back to the basics was you knew your neighbor, you knew their names. Do you know all six of your neighbors? You know their names? Do you know their kids' names? The answer is probably no. Go 3 houses down. You probably don't know that person. You wave to them.
Right.
You have no idea what their name
is.
And
that's right? In your immediate circle.
Yeah.
Right. That is in, I'm going to say, your protected zone, if you will. Right.
Sure.
So not knowing them and at least having some engagement with them, that's the basics. Dude, when I grew up, we knew everybody in our neighborhood, and we lived in a huge neighborhood. And we got together, and we did have block parties. They don't even do that anymore. I mean, when's the last time? I was just thinking the same thing.
Funny you say that. Yeah. When's the last time there was a block party? Now, me and my immediate neighbors, we will sit around, put the fire out in the driveway, and we'll sit around and drink, listen to music, whatever. We've got a great neighborhood. And there's kids.
That's because you moved in.
And there's kids that run around, and and so the nice thing is that we do have one of those neighborhoods. And hey, if we go out of town and I need one of my neighbors to watch the dogs, they have the code to get into my house.
Trust.
Am I worried? No, we trust them. They're good people,
and that makes you happy. You're a happy neighborhood.
If they want to steal, my collection of pennies because I ain't got no money, whatever. You want to steal my TV? Okay, great. I'll go get another one for $200.
Think about what you just said, dude. That is, and please, guys, jump in if you can. How many people do you know that can say they can honestly do that and trust their neighbors? Not many.
No, I've always, of course, I make
not many because a lot of people.
Tomorrow I'm driving out to Janesville to help my old neighbor from Wonder Lake who moved to Janesville build a deck, right? And I've gone to Galena to help you work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once you're my friend, once you're family, once you're in that circle, hey, well, you need help, yeah, man, whatever.
Right, I'm in.
Last week was Ron's birthday on the 14th. my old neighbor, and I wished him happy birthday. And on the 18th, he wished me happy birthday. And, I just said, hey man, I miss sitting on the front porch with y'all having drinks, especially, on our birthday week, because we're four days apart. He's 10 years older than me. But I'm like, and he's like, oh, hey, I'm actually building a deck this week. I said, let me see what I got going on, man. I'll come up and, we'll
That's
bang
nice,
out,
dude.
we'll bang it out. Right. But
I'm building the house. You want to come over and help me out?
yeah, I'll be there.
I'm not, but
so I think that, you get back to the basics is get back to the core, right? There were times, back in the day, we went to church on Sunday and then we went to grandma's house for fried chicken.
Right. Well, we actually,
right.
So, right. And
all your cousins.
Right. And to that example, right. The basics, right.
Yeah.
We used to have Saturday and Sunday off, right. They stopped like the car dealerships. Remember that you couldn't be on Sunday, right. So you could have some time to yourself, right. To actually do something and not have an outside influence just beating on you, right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't, I feel like we've moved away from that. And I have too, and that's my fault. I did that to myself, right. Like once the kids were out of the house or, out of school, there was no Monday through Friday for me. It's just another day. So, right, which is not good.
So we've allowed the basics to slip.
Absolutely.
Right. We've gotten busy. We've gotten older. We've got different where now we've allowed the basics to slip.
Well, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because it was starting to slip, right? For me. And I'm like, what? This is the core to life, right? Yeah. Be who you are. Treat people the way you want to be treated, right?
Well, yeah. So we went to school and we were educated. We weren't narrated to.
Correct. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Whether the information we had was right or wrong, we were educated. I didn't know sexual preferences. I didn't know political preferences. I didn't know.
Right.
But you knew if they smoked back in the day because you saw them in the teacher's lounge smoking.
Right.
But I didn't know which car was which. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now, unfortunately, getting back to the basics is when you get back to those basics, it's built through our educational system, and we're not being educated. We're being narrated. Right. And so to get back to those basics, you learned common courtesy. What do you say? I remember for a second. What do you say? Oh, thank you, please. Right. We were taught.
Right. I mean,
right. And it was from everybody.
Right. Well, and here's the thing that just kind of blew me away. Right. When the other day I was out with my grandkids, and my granddaughter.
Amen to that.
Right. Big please and thank you to other people, and people look at her like she's just some prodigy because she says please and thank you.
Yeah,
like that's the basics. How many kids these days that are going to come up, Mom, can I have that, please? No, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don says basics. Don't buy the second car, the iPhone, cover the cable bill, etc. I think that has led to some of what we're talking. Yeah, absolutely, right.
Disagree. Listen, the basics, it really doesn't have anything to do with money in the way I'm looking at it, right?
Okay.
Are we striving harder and are we having to work harder to make ends meet because the economy has changed considerably? Yes. But can you be basic and still make money? Yeah. Actually, some people would not.
Sure. I mean, like that's a growing trend, right?
But for me, right, me getting back to the basics, right, has helped me to focus, right, to remember what's important instead of I need the second car, this, the other. I couldn't say never, but it's one of the things that to be back to the basic, to be normal, to be courteous, to be kind, to be trustworthy, right? To be
the old Boy Scout,
right? The old Boy Scout, right? Hey, whatever that, I can't remember it, but
you just
it just makes life. For me, it makes it easier, and it's easier for us to actually appreciate the simple, basic stuff that really happens. Yeah. Things are so much in our face these days, and we're all concerned about that second car, right? Or doing all the things that we lose sight of that, right? Not, hey, you need a deck built. Dude, I'll come up and see you.
It's the second house down
think about this.
Down in the Ozarks.
Yeah, but think about this. What you did with your friend is awesome, right? I'm building a deck. Oh, you've got shit going on in your life, right? Yeah. Realistically, should you go? I don't know, but he's a friend.
He's an hour away.
Right, but you're like, he's a friend. I'm going. Yeah. Why? That's the basics. That's what people do. Think about growing up, even like the Amish, barn raising. Yep. The entire community got together. Today, You don't. I mean, I don't.
The
do
Amish
that.
still do that.
Right, but I'm saying as far as even when I was growing up,
And they're basic.
there was a lot more neighbor help. If I could say, if I'm saying that right, like in your neighborhood, right? If you have something going on, your neighbors make more. Hey, you need a hand, right? I don't feel like that.
No, I'm the
Are
guy.
you the guy running over there?
I'm the guy who does that. Everybody else
Right, but that's
sees
the
me
basics.
sweating and like, oh, he's doing something else over there.
Yeah, that
Weirdo.
dumbass.
Yeah,
But that's the thing, right? Go
take a
over there,
breath,
help
Scott.
out.
That's right. Yeah, it's called being the grandpa now. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, listen, I think the idea is to get back to the basics, is be genuine, and be courteous. Don't just say hi to somebody. I mean, if you're going to interrupt them, then make them feel good. I mean, we all want to know that we've made the right decision. When you see a little kid going crazy, and you see a dad struggling with that, you go up to him and say, man, that's a good looking little guy right there. I've been through that. Right.
It resets their brain.
And trust me, you're going to want to hang on to this. Right. Because,
right now it's driving you nuts, but in 10 years, you'll be like, man, that was great.
Right. And,
man, that was great.
And a lot of people be like, God, did you get a hold of that little fucker?
Right.
Jesus. Right.
Right.
So, be kind yourself, offer that kindness, and that's why I say, so many times, and I mean it when I say, hey, what is there anything I can do to make your day better? And a lot of people are like, man, just asking me that did. Right.
Correct.
And
genuine concern.
And I'm like, well, that's sad. Right. In my head, I say that because if that's all it took, then take a deep breath.
It's like, and they look at you like, you're different. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because you actually have a concern for people, right? And you're genuinely interested, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say their happiness,
but
genuinely interested in them and what's going on and maybe making their day better, because that like the rock in the water, it's a ripple effect.
I mean, people ask, I always ask, how's your energy if they throw it back? Well, mine's good. How's yours? Like, actually, like yesterday, I'm like, actually, tough day for me. I said, my energy's kind of effed up. If Hulk Hogan died, I mean, it's been a weird July. Usually July is my favorite month. And,
how'd that make you feel when they asked you back?
They look on their faces like, I didn't really want to know all that. Right. But yeah, usually, I'm like, no, man, my energy's freaking fantastic, but it's a tough day. If you want me to be a dick, I'm going to be a dick.
Right. But they engaged with you, right? And they had some type of general interest.
I am absolutely don't send me a Christmas letter if we haven't spoken in years. It's weird. I agree 100%. Hey, guess what? My little Timmy. I'm like, and a lot of times, Shane, I'm like, yes, who is this again?
Yeah, right. Do we know them?
Oh, you went to school with them. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, again, another Friday another Friday out, another great grounds. But, I mean, the basics, get back to it. Be kind. Compliment somebody. Don't interrupt them if you ain't being genuine. Right. I think. And other people will see that. And when you're genuine to somebody and you're in a public place, somebody else is going to be like, God, that guy.
And it's very easy to tell when somebody's being,
genuine,
right, or not. And that's what I know you thrive on too, is genuine, authentic people, right? Yeah. And then that's what makes the world go round. Right now we're not. And that's why everybody is so pitted. And
then as you get older, you'll get good friends who are like, hey, the heat index is going to be 108. I can't make the golf league. Do you mind going out in the 108 degree weather and golfing for me?
That wasn't because it was I asked you because I know you wanted to golf.
I love golfing, but I was so busy this week. It was crazy. So,
right.
But no, listen, absolutely appreciate everybody here. And dude, let's get back to the basics. How fast can you change your world? Right.
Right.
Cappuccino always says it's ROI. Right. Ripples on impact. How big of ripples can you make by throwing a stone into a pond or changing your neighborhood, the grocery store that you're in, by being genuine and getting back to the basics and genuinely giving a shit about, striking up a conversation or doing something. That would be my challenge for you all this week. Right.
That's literally, I was just going to say that. Thank you. Just challenge everybody to go out and do that.
Hey, all, I'm wrapping wrapping up a week in Tampa. Brother did first round of chemo for lung and colon cancer. He's doing well. I head home tomorrow. Hey, do me a favor, Don. If find Hulk Hogan's shop down there and get a good picture of you standing in front of the Hulk Hogan statue inside his shop in Tampa. It's probably going to be very, very busy, but you'll want to remember. I don't even know if you're a big fan, but all right. Yeah. Love seeing the OGs. Yeah, we back at it.
There was a great show, man.
Great stuff. Great show. Always.
Yep.
Don, we're praying for you, your brother, your family. Paul. When I hit the knee, we'll throw it up. 5 minutes away. Nice.
We definitely appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week, right? And I mean, I think it's really important for us to try to get back to the basics. I think if, like Kent was just saying, we challenge you to do it yourself and to try to, challenge other people to get back to basics and see how they feel.
Yeah, tell us next week.
Right. See how they feel, right? Tell us next week how you did. Go out and do that. Treat people the way you want to be treated, guys, right? I mean, be the change you want to see in this world. You want people to be nice to you. You want people to engage with you. You want to trust people. Be trusting, be engaging, be helpful, be thoughtful, right? Be the change you want to see. We're human. We all make mistakes. We all do stupid shit, but be cognizant of it, right? It will change you. It will make you feel better. Learn how to trust.
Yep.
Right. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in every week. Make sure you go on there, like, share, subscribe. Okay. We appreciate it.
Check us out on Apple Podcasts as well if you've missed an episode.
Yeah. Go out there, guys. Work hard and be nice to people most of all. And we love you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you tuning in each and every week.
This one will drop on Wednesday.
Love you all. Thank you.